It's Monday again. Can you feel it? The sound of the alarm was probably the same as last week. The taste of your first coffee, the way the light comes through the window, the familiar weight of the day ahead. There's a strange comfort in this repetition, isn't there? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then the brief release of the weekend before the cycle begins anew. It's the rhythm of modern life, a quiet drum beat that we move to without thinking. It feels endless, as if these Mondays are a renewable resource, a guarantee. We live inside this assumption, breathing it in like air. It's a gentle hypnosis, a story we tell ourselves, so we don't have to look too closely at the clock on the wall. We think in terms of projects, deadlines, and future plans, all laid out on a timeline that seems to stretch out to the horizon forever. We talk about one day or someday as if they are actual places on a map we can visit whenever we choose. But what if we just stopped for a moment, right here, and asked a simple question? A question that isn't meant to scare, but to awaken. The question is this: how many Mondays do you have left? It sounds like a morbid thought, but it's not. It's just math. It's the simple act of turning on the light in a room you've lived in your whole life, but only ever felt your way through in the dark. Suddenly you can see the walls. You can see the shape of the space you actually have. So let's just look. The average life expectancy in the developed world is about 80 years. That's around 4,160 weeks, 4,160 Mondays in total. Now, let's make it personal. If you're 25 years old, you've already used up about 1,300 of them. You have roughly 2,960 left. If you're 35, you've had about 1,820 Mondays. You have around 2,340 to go. If you're 45, you're past the halfway mark. You've spent about 2,340 and you have somewhere around 1,820 remaining. If you're 55, that number is closer to 1,300. Just sit with that for a second. It's not a small number, but it's not infinite. It has a shape. It has a boundary. Seeing it written down like that can cause a jolt. It's like hearing a note of truth in a room full of noise. And the first reaction for many is a flash of fear, a sense of panic, a feeling of time slipping away. But stay with me, because that's not the real purpose of this exercise. That initial shock is just the old pattern, the hypnotized part of you, resisting the light. The real feeling, the one that comes right after the panic fades, is something else entirely. It's focus. It's a profound, crystalline clarity. Suddenly, you have a new filter for reality. This number isn't a countdown to an ending. That's the old way of thinking, the story of lack and fear. Instead, think of it as a count up. It's the number of opportunities you have left to feel the sun on your skin. The number of mornings you can wake up next to someone you love. The number of chances you have to create something that wasn't here before, to have a conversation that matters, to learn something new, to forgive someone, to simply sit in silence and watch the clouds move across the sky. When you know the size of the container, you start to care about what you put inside it. That endless scrolling on your phone on a Tuesday night, does it honour one of your remaining weeks? That argument you keep having with a family member, the one that never changes and only brings pain, is that how you want to spend one of your precious few hundred Mondays? The job you stay in because it's safe, even though it drains the life out of you. Is it worth the price? These questions stop being abstract philosophical problems and become very practical, very real. The number doesn't add pressure, it removes it. It simplifies everything. It shows you with undeniable clarity what is trivial and what is essential. You start to see that your time is not something to be managed or optimized in the way a machine is. No, it is the very fabric of your life. It's the soil in which everything grows. Knowing how much you have doesn't make you rush. It makes you move with intention. You stop saving the good plates for special occasions because you realise that being alive this Monday is the special occasion. You stop waiting for the perfect moment to say what you need to say because you understand that the only moment you ever truly have is this one. This isn't about frantically trying to cram more activities into your days. It's the opposite. It's about subtraction. It's about gently letting go of the obligations, the worries, the distractions that you now see are not worthy of the sacred space of your life. The world is always trying to convince you that your attention should be on what's next. The next purchase, the next goal, the next vacation. But this simple number brings you home to right now. It anchors you in the present with a newfound respect for its value. The vague, blurry promise of someday dissolves, replaced by the vivid, tangible reality of today. This is the beginning of a conscious conversation with your own life, where you are no longer a passenger in a repeating cycle, but the one who decides what makes each week, each day, each moment count. You begin to see the architecture of your existence, not as an endless corridor, but as a beautiful finite room with a spectacular view, and you get to decide how to furnish it. By the way, our shared space of light and awareness is on its way to 100,000 people. Thank you to everyone who subscribes and brings this moment closer. So you have this number. It's not a secret anymore. It's sitting there in your awareness. And here's where the real transformation begins. Think about your attention. We treat it like it's free, like it's an infinite well we can draw from. We give it away to flashing screens, to meaningless notifications, to the anxieties of strangers online, to worries about a future that may never happen. But when you understand the math of your life, you realise your attention is the most valuable currency you possess. It is, quite literally, what your life is made of. Where your attention goes, your life goes. Each moment you spend focused on something, you're exchanging a piece of your finite existence for that experience. Suddenly the cost of things becomes very clear. That hour spent doom scrolling isn't just an hour. It's one of your precious few thousand hours left on this earth. That recurring, draining conflict with a colleague isn't just a bad afternoon. It's a portion of your life's energy that you are choosing to spend on static and frustration, an energy you will never get back. This isn't about becoming rigid or joyless. It's the opposite. It's about becoming a connoisseur of your own life. You start asking a different question. Not what do I have to do, but what is worthy of my attention right now? You begin to invest your life's currency in things that provide a real return. A deep conversation, learning a skill that brings you joy, a moment of real connection with nature, or simply the peace of doing nothing at all, consciously. You stop spending your life on the cheap distractions the world offers and start investing it in the quiet gold of genuine experience. And this brings us back to Monday. We can turn this day from a symbol of drudgery into a powerful anchor for conscious living. Imagine creating a small personal ritual for yourself every Monday morning. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Maybe it's 5 minutes before you check your phone. Maybe it's while you drink your first coffee or tea, looking out a window. In that quiet moment, you bring your number to mind. Not to create pressure, but to create presence. And you ask yourself one simple question. What will make this week count? Notice the question isn't, how can I be more productive? Or how can I get more done? Those are the questions of the old hypnosis, the endless race. This question is about quality, not quantity. And the answer might be wonderfully simple. This week, it might be calling your mother, just to listen. It might be finally starting that book that's been on your nightstand for months. It might be taking a walk without your headphones, just to hear the sounds of your own neighbourhood. It could be apologising to someone or forgiving yourself. It's a weekly check-in with your own soul, a moment to align your actions with your deepest values. This simple act starts to change the texture of your days. You're no longer just getting through the week. You are inhabiting it. You have a quiet intention, a North Star that guides your smaller choices. And here's the most beautiful part. This practice redefines the meaning of urgency. The old urgency is a state of panic. It's the frantic rush of deadlines, the fear of missing out, the constant feeling of being behind. It's a stressful, chaotic energy that burns you out. But the new urgency, born from knowing your number, is different. It's a calm, clear, focused energy. It's the urgency of knowing what truly matters. It's the gentle but firm pull to not put off what is essential. It's the urgency that makes you put your phone down when your child is telling you a story. It's the urgency that makes you say, I love you out loud, not just in your head. It's the urgency that makes you choose kindness in a moment of frustration. This awareness doesn't add pressure. It releases it. It makes it incredibly easy to see what you can let go of. The need to win every argument, let it go. The worry about what people you barely know think of you, let it go. The desire to maintain a perfect image that isn't really you, let it go. All that energy you were spending on maintaining illusions and fighting trivial battles is now free. It can be redirected towards what actually nourishes you, what makes you feel alive. You stop living on autopilot, reacting to whatever the day throws at you. Instead, you begin to respond from a place of clarity. The math of your life isn't a limitation, it's a liberation. It's the frame that makes the painting beautiful. It's the silence that gives the music its meaning. Knowing how many Mondays you have left is the key that unlocks you from the prison of someday and welcomes you into the vibrant, breathing reality of right now. If this video changed something in you, write in the comments, this week will count. Write it as your promise. Nobody